Hi everyone! Welcome to part 2 of my I'm going to beat Final Fantasy IV stream. I just want to go safe because it got Meteor. I don't know what happened there. Sorry everybody. I was in the middle of talking about the history of Dragon Quest. I just probably got stopped mid-sentence in that stream. So if I back up a little bit, I don't know exactly when I got cut off. If anyone, I'll wait for a little bit for people to come back in. You can tell me when I got cut off so I can do this properly and talk about it semi-properly. But, yeah, just let me know, because I was talking about it. Well, I can just back up. So, previous video, I guess, at this point, because why not? We were talking about Dragon Quest II and how Dragon Quest II was unbalanced and how the creators said that oh my god. And how the creators said that it wasn't balanced until until Dragon Quest III, and that's because there's a whole host of reasons. So one, Dragon Quest, the original Dragon Quest, I noped out Dragon Quest and became a Final Fantasy guy, and Dragon Quest wanted me to use stairs command from the menu to traverse floors. I'll get to that in a second. But in terms of why Dragon Quest III would become the most successful was because they had the time to do that. Dragon Quest 1, promoted by Shonen Jump, Yuji Horii and Akira Toriyama really pushed that game hard in Shonen Jump, and development time was pretty quick. Was a pretty quick turnaround back then. So Dragon Quest 2 probably came out in a hurry, and that's when they got the party system. But I don't think. I'm sure Dragon Quest 2 was a massive hit. I have to look back and see how much of a massive hit it was. Because it was a massive hit. Because Dragon Quest 1 became that massive hit. And then you got... And now then they could finally settle in. Because they knew they had a franchise on their hand. And I was saying, like, Sugiyama, the composer for it, was actually a pretty renowned composer. He was well known as well. So you were able to get, like, the respect and legitimacy out of it. Because he was on board with it. From, like, your adults who are buying it for their kids and such. So on and so forth. So, Dragon Quest III is really the first game that I think they really had the opportunity to sit down and be like, hey, we want to make a game. We want to make it good. We want to make it for the public. And we want to, like, really, we're going to have time to do with our vision and have a budget to match. And so, yeah, I could understand why Dragon Quest III would be the first one that they considered to be balanced, or the best balanced. It makes sense. Now, on to your comment about the stairs command. Yeah, it's rough. Keep in mind that when they made Dragon Quest, that they were trying to make Ultima. They were trying to make a super refined Ultima for the Famicom. Like, take everything about Ultima and Wizardry and kind of condense it into a baby's first RPG. So what Dragon Quest really is, if you really want to know, and like you wonder why you have all these, Christ, you suck, Edge. Like all these RPGs in the United States, they're like baby's first RPG, that they're like, oh, we got to get the American public on board. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to make super easy RPGs. I could imagine it's because Dragon Quest is the Mystic Quest of Ultima. And that was a massive success because it got people into the genre. It created the genre. But it's not like a super complicated game. It was deliberately not meant to be a super complicated game. Got a headband. That's an old item. Dino Zombie. That was quick. So, like, when you see commands like stairs and all this stupid stuff that you see in it, it's like, well, yeah, because that's all they knew. That's all they knew back then. So, it's easy to, like, kind of look at it now and be like, oh, yeah, that's irritating. But back then, yeah, that was what they knew. That's how you did things. Like, you didn't just automatically go up the stairs. That was kind of a foreign concept. It wasn't understood. And the other thing is, too, is that I think Dragon Quest came out in 86 or 87 in Japan, and we first got it as Dragon Warrior in 1989. It was old. They hadn't really gotten the MMC chip yet. In fact, in Japan, you didn't even have a battery backup. You had a password system. And the graphics were horrible. They were much worse than what we got here. It's a really wild difference. Right, I just need some beverages. How far did Dragon Quest predate FF1? I think a year. No, a year or two. A year or two. But I need to grab some beverages, and I will be right back. See you in a few.
What's up? Do. Well, I have 30 fucking suitcases. Could be anywhere. I mean, it could be in here. I would guess. I don't know. Could have fallen out. Could have fucking not grabbed it. Hey, what's up? Fuck, I can't find this damn thing. Can you hear me? It's Goog. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Everyone else can hear you too. What's going on?
Oh. I'm trying to find my fucking wireless USB piece to my headset. I plugged in using my iPods. Are you streaming?
I am.
Ooh. I didn't want to jump in. I was just kind of fucking around.
Hey everyone, it's Tony G.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I just it's an off stream, so I said if anyone's a patron, they can just jump in and have a good
Let
time.
me see what... Yeah, I was gonna jump in and say hi, and then I was like, oh man, I can't find my USB piece to my wireless headset, so... I love traveling in the military. It's fucking great, let me tell you.
It is amazing.
It's not like I have 10 suitcases to sort through to see if I even packed the damn thing.
Hey man, once you get to Jack's, if you want to, like, I have an extra mic that I can just kind of...
Yeah, I mean,
you.
it's not a big deal. It's just kind of annoying because now I have to spend like however much. Because I doubt they sell pieces just for the headset.
Probably not.
Probably not at all.
I was going to jump in earlier, but I don't know if my NVIDIA thing would filter the coughs out. You're fine. Go ahead, come in and cough. I'm not going to be offended. So how you doing, dude? How are you adjusting to the American life again?
I didn't realize how much noise I just filter out because I don't speak Italian. So like I can understand everybody, and it's really fucking weird.
I guess that would be a huge difference, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just something I wasn't thinking about, and then I was like, oh my god, I can understand what everybody is saying. Fuck this. Then I listen to some of what people are saying, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to understand what you're saying.
I was like that when I went to the baseball game the other day. On Sunday, well, yesterday. Because I was just sitting in my chair, watching the game, enjoying the game. Then a big group of friends. They had to be in their early 20s, because it sounded like they had just graduated from college. And bunch of women. And then they were talking about, one was talking about how, like, she didn't like her boyfriend and getting into all these details. It's like, I don't need to hear all this. I just want to enjoy my baseball game.
Ugh. Yeah, and then I went with one of the handlers that's here. He wants to buy a car, so I want them to help him out.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like 5-6 hours of my life.
Yeah, that always takes way too long getting a car. It's a damn shame, man. I hate it.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but he's just 23. So he didn't think about a lot of things. It usually comes with buying a car.
Yeah. I want a
How
version
can
of,
not?
I want a version of Final Fantasy IV that looks like this, but has the balls hard difficulty of the 3DS remake. I need to play... Have you played the 3DS remake, Tony?
No. I want to, just because it's something different.
I heard it is really fucking hard.
Did they... So, those 3D remakes always kind of, like, fascinate me, because I'm like, what did they change? Did they fix anything? Is it literally a one-for-one port?
Final Fantasy IV is not. It's hard to describe. Like, there's almost like a job system within it. That you could, like, assign certain job traits to certain characters. And the difficulty is super ramped up.
See, that sounds kind of appealing to me.
Yeah, that's the Final Fantasy IV remake.
I beat Secret of Evermore. I'm about to Dead God Isaac for the second time if I can find this one goddamn item. Pretty much where I'm at with games. Secret of Evermore was not my favorite.
Yo, I got that yesterday on stream. I think Game Over Hell was talking about it here. Or Llama, one of the two. And they're like, you should jump in and join us. I'm like, I have so many games I need to play, and none of you have made this sound like it's an appealing option. Like,
but it does appeal to certain people though, and that's kind of the weird thing is like,
right.
I mean, I wish I played what they were playing or saw it how they saw it, but I wasn't.
No one liked it. Well, I won't say no one liked it. We have some 7s in there.
Yeah, it seems like it was either a 7 or like a 4.
Yeah.
And I went lower just because some of the systems broke, in my opinion.
Who just joined us?
So can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
Hey, what's
There's
going on?
dissent.
Hey, what's going on, Discamera?
So I'm not here to defend evermore, but I didn't hate it. Like I played it twice, so I take enjoyment in the grinding. I like the alchemy system a lot, and I like the art direction and writing, the dialogue. But the game is so janky, like it's hard to recommend to people.
I think a lot.
Go ahead.
I think a lot of people saw the potential in it, and I saw the potential in it. It's just I was like, oh wow, could be great, but it's not. Fuck this.
Yeah, I think the main problem is just that the combat doesn't feel like the parts, all the moving parts of the combat don't really synergize. So you get something that's broken. Like you have to come up with exploits to complete the game, like having the dog attack for you and spam alchemy. Like the thing I did the most was control the dog to spam alchemy casts 8 times in a row as the boy, which is something you can't do for some reason when you're controlling the dog. And finish bosses in like 10 seconds. And I didn't feel bad about it because the combat is broken anyway.
But even the boss design in it is so not developed at points. Like it's literally this boss is gonna spam this move the whole fight.
Yeah.
It could have used phases. Like it's almost good, man. Like I see how it could be good, but I don't feel good when I play it.
And the dungeons, like there are a few dungeons that are fine. Like I thought the what's the one? The first one before the pyramid. That one is fine. It's a normal dungeon. But everything else like a maze. They're all just huge mazes, and it's not fun to navigate. Because they're not even well crafted mazes, because all they do is span the same screens, right, to make it confusing.
Some of them are literal fucking mazes. Like they don't even try to hide the fact that it's a maze.
Yeah. Like that's a big blemish.
What was that? The map that looked like a puzzle that you get in the back of some like little school book.
Like some are that way, yeah. Like the forest one is just like that. If you see the map for it online, you still get confused.
The forest one is fucking confusing. I think the problem with the game is the same problem that Final Fantasy 13 has. Like you know you're in a maze. Just like in Final Fantasy 13, you're in a hallway.
Yeah.
Like you don't feel like, oh man, I'm exploring this dungeon. You feel like, no, I'm in a fucking maze. This is gonna eat an hour of my time, and I hate it.
Yeah, I used the map. I was not going to deal with that bullshit. I used the map for every dungeon.
I still got lost in the forest dungeon with the map, dude. That shit was hard to navigate.
Yeah, it's even the map is because it's so ridiculously long and so, there are so many branches. It's kind of like those little maze puzzles that some like comic books would have.
Yeah.
Like for kids, it's just like that.
It was brutal. Like at certain points in that, and what I didn't like is like, okay, alchemy is this ultimate thing, and then in the final dungeon, everything's resistant to alchemy. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, it's weird because I didn't have issues. Like I was using the Lancer formula. It was level 7 or 8. I was dealing a lot of damage to the final bosses.
See, maybe
there's a lot. So.
Maybe there's a soft cap for it because I only had it to like level 5 or 6 for most of my spells, and they were dealing like 53 damage. Meanwhile, my bazooka's sitting there fucking nuking shit for 900. Like, why would I use anything but the bazooka at that point? Which is kind of what I feel like they wanted you to do anyway.
I wish we had the bazooka earlier, because the bazooka feels, in my opinion, it feels fun to use. It's the only weapon that feels fun to use.
I agree with that. I mean, once you got it, you're like, oh, I'm op. And I feel like the whole game was trying to prevent you to be op.
It feels good because it deals a lot of damage. You don't have to deal with the skill charge, and the animation also helps it because like the boy, he will sort of like flies backwards because of the impact. it just feels nice. Like, and because the game really favors long range attacks. I mean, attacking from short range is always pain.
Yeah, it just didn't feel fun, man. Like that was my problem with it. Is a lot of the time I was aware that I was in a maze,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would turn corners and be like, "God damn it! Now I gotta go all the way back and figure this out." That forest dungeon was awful.
I also really like the music when there's music, because I don't catch much for Saul's later compositions. I don't. I know a lot of people love Skyrim's soundtrack. I think it sounds like any like fantasy, mystic, epic soundtrack ever, and it loops. As far as I remember, it kind of just loops while you're exploring. I don't like that much, but Evermore feels like maybe because it was starting off, it was trying to be a little more, was experimenting more, I guess.
Wasn't the composer the same one for Skyrim? That was put out there. I don't know if that's true
Yeah.
or not. It was? Okay.
Yeah, he was a college student at the time.
Okay.
I think
But
the
it's
sound
a-
design in the game is really good. That's one of the shining points because the clever use of silence in it, I thought was like one of the best that I've seen in a while.
Yeah, if someone plays a game and they prefer more earworms, they might not be so big into the soundtrack. There's a lot of ambient sounds happening. Like there are some areas that don't have music, only ambient noises, or that sort of have a mixture.
Yeah, I really
thought it
like
was
that
fun.
and appreciated it.
It does take until you get to the second area for you to really hear what the music is like.
Final boss time.
Oh, that's right. You're almost done with this.
Yep. Oh shit! I forgot to. Damn it! I
Oh.
forgot to move Meteor up to a more advantageous position. Let's see how this goes.
I forgot Fusoya exists.
He's in your party for such a short amount of time. I don't even. I mean, it's nice that he's a party member. It kind of stems from what they did in Final Fantasy II. But overall, yeah, it's just whatever. I am ready. Oh,
Uh-oh.
I think that the only part of the story in this game that I don't like is just the whole, like the backstory for Sesu. The big reveal.
Oh, that he's a moon child.
Yeah, because it falls into the chosen one thing again.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at this point, it was just starting to be worn out, I think, in video games, the chosen one type feel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, now I'm so jaded to that storyline to a point unless it's done right. But back then, I mean, there wasn't a lot to choose from, I guess.
Well, that's what I kind of like about Dragon Quest V. Have either of you played that one?
That's my next one after
Alright.
Final Fantasy V.
I won't say anything then.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I mean, I've heard you guys discuss it in length.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I know the extent of what was talked about in the King of Games, but I don't know anything beyond that. Also, I just think it's interesting. Maybe I'm wrong because I haven't played the game. Phantasy Star 3 already had a generation and like marrying and passing on to your kids thing going on in 1990.
Yeah. That's why I
That
don't
game
think
is-
I don't think I brought that up in Legacy if I did. Yeah, there was Phantasy Star 3 that did that first. It's just no one in Japan owned a Genesis, so
Yeah, and that game isn't supposed to be super good as far as I remember. Like the combat system is weird. The dungeon
It's
design
very
isn't
weird.
good.
yeah.
I mean, the whole generational thing is like that whole, what's that JRPG that you pretty much, like, you get to pick your waifu and then you have a kid and that becomes the next character and shit like that.
Yeah, there was that another one because the Phantasy Star 3 is the first one I remember.
No, I'm not talking about Phantasy Star. It's like a whole other JRPG that does that. That's like the whole mechanic to the game. Like what the whole game is.
There is one, I think it's related to Falcom. That's a 2D game. That's sort of it's one entry in a long series.
Romancing Saga 2 does that.
Yeah, so I guess a lot of games do it. I'll try to find it in a second. Growlancer? No, I don't think it's Growlancer.
Might be Grilllancer. Or Langrisser? Are you thinking Langrisser?
Yeah, maybe it's Landgrisser.
I'm not sure. Because here that was called Warsong, also a Sega Genesis game. Come join me in hell.
JRPG.
I think I'm gonna buy Blinks before it's too late.
That's like
Before,
that's a nice
Microsoft
little fan
will
following.
it. Even though I'll never be able to play the second game because it's so expensive.
What's the second one?
Blinks 2 is not sold digitally. I think. Yeah, it's not because it's not part. Well, I mean, it's not part of the backwards compatibility thing. So the
Oh.
only way to get it is physical. So people charge like upwards of 300 Brazilian reais or more.
Gross.
No, this is gonna kill me because I don't remember the name of the series.
Palamaporum, you're no longer stoned. Oh, they got back together.
You know, for how much people say Final Fantasy V is very lighthearted, it kind of doesn't pull its punches as much as 4, which is supposed to be darker.
I mean, if 4 didn't pull its punches, it would be darker.
Yeah,
Oh.
but, yeah, I guess that's right. Like you have a bunch of characters dying and they just stay dead there. And the entire first 2 acts of the game, no, actually, the entire game, everything is just going to fit.
Time. All magic has been nullified. So now I gotta use the crystal.
The game I was thinking of is Record of Argus 4. And I think there's a few
Oh.
games in that series.
Is that Record of Agarest War?
Yeah, Argus, I can't pronounce it.
Okay.
That's not what I was thinking, but yeah.
Yeah, you get to pick your waifu, and then you have a kid, and your kid becomes the next phase of the game's main character. That was the first one I ever played with that mechanic.
It's a fun mechanic. Romancing
Yeah,
Saga
it's
2,
kinda
I've
cool.
like Alt keeps on talking about how like difficult it is. I haven't played it, but he says
was gonna
Romancing
say-
Saga 2 is supposed to be extremely difficult, but it has the same mechanic.
Alt has opinions on games sometimes.
We all do.
That we do. But if it's difficult for him, I mean, he tends to grind a little bit.
Holy
too.
hell! What is going on?
I've looked everywhere for this headset piece. I cannot find it. I'm gonna have to buy a new one.
No! Damn it! No!
This
How
part-
am I
it-
getting
it was
wrecked?
allowed at this part.
Dude, that guy said get fucked.
Now I see it. Now I know how it feels. Like
Oh,
this
man.
part was just filter out.
He showed you
Yo,
his
what
hole.
the fuck?
He said, my hole is black. You want to see it?
I have never gotten wrecked this hard before. What the fuck is going on?
Is that supposed to be a counter?
No, I don't know. I have never seen Big Bang do this much damage before. I'm almost level 70. I'm getting fucking wrecked.
Wow.
My other save is like level 69.
69. Nice.
Good lord.
Yeah.
What just happened?
Maybe they
It wasn't
changed the
longer than
mechanic.
I did. it wasn't long ago since I played this, and I still can't remember what I did at all. Like it's like a dream, so I can't help.
Well, I think I just got to cast before he turns into like Super Zemus. I gotta.
Not the Super Zemus.
I know, right? I got to cast Haste and Shell and Protect on everybody. I don't know
Not
what
the
happened there,
Super
man.
Zemus. That's Super Zemus.
I have never seen a
was
move
that
that. I have never seen a move that fast before, like ever.
Yeah, he was spitting. He was spitting that out.
I was just looking at the chat. I don't know if that message was always there. To be saying that he wanted a version of 4 that looks like this, but has balls hard difficulty of the 3DS. I mean DS remake.
Well, I just got wrecked, so there's that. Yeah, Jenny, welcome back. I got like he did Big Bang like 3 times and wiped my entire party. So now like I have to gain levels again. Because apparently I don't have enough hit points to make it past that part of the battle. And I don't want to go through all that fucking text again. Without like some sort of guarantee. What the hell?
What version is this?
Pixel Remaster. They had to have ramped up the difficulty. This did not happen last time I played. I don't want to face 2 of these motherfuckers. They're annoying. Not fun to fight.
So Big Bang is on its
sorry.
own timer, separate from attacks he takes on his turn. When he shakes, he's about to use it.
Well, he uses it every turn. That's what he was doing.
White black magic that hits Zemus causes him to counter with Flare, but if you hit him with a magic spell after he shakes, it lowers his int and Big Bang will do less damage.
Well, that would be
When he
great
shakes-
if people could survive. Good lord, man. Maybe I should just give up on casting Meteo. I should just cast Flare. Because Flare's discharge time is a lot quicker. It also costs less MP.
Some of it's saying Rida should do nothing because he'll counter all of her spells.
But you just said if I hit it with a black magic spell that Big Bang will do less damage.
When he shakes.
When he shakes.
According to the internet.
So that means that he should do you should do something.
Should.
Yeah. That's how I interpret it. Like, how are you supposed to hit him with black magic spells and at the same time Rydia is supposed to do nothing? She's the only one who can cast black magic spells. Except for Edge, technically, and his black magic spells suck.
Well, it's different people saying different things, too, so I'm just kind of scanning it.
I've never had this issue with him before. Usually I go and I wreck him. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Dying Prince on Reddit says, the Pixel Remaster is the easiest version of the game. Ask anyone who played the original SNES hard-type version for PS1 port. And how much fun Zemus is. Grind some random battles until everyone is at least level 60. You should be fine.
Yeah, so obviously they patched that. Hey, what's going on, Anthony? How you doing today?
Let's see what else Reddit has to say.
I've been doing well. Yeah, not long time no talk. But that's the thing. Yeah, like when this came out, like how long ago was that post made? Because I would 100% agree with that.
A year ago?
It must have been the previous patch. Because this was like mindlessly easy. And now all of a sudden it's like, fuck you, dude. I'm like, what the fuck?
Someone said Spider Silkum, so he'll counter, but it's worth it. Yeah, a lot of people are saying use Spider Silk.
I've never... That's the weird thing. I've never done these things. I've never done that before. So I don't know what's going on. Lil Murderer. I guess this is the Tomberry prototype.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Looks like a goblin, like the goblin spray.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people seem divided on pretty much Ryda doesn't do anything because she'll blow up your party.
Well, she was killed before she could do anything last time.
That just means you're following the strategy, Chris.
I guess so. Well, so did Rosa. It's like... She died before she took a single action. So how am I supposed to heal my people when she's dead?
This is apparently really a divisive version of the game, according to Reddit.
Really? What are they saying on Reddit?
A lot of people do not like this version of the game. Well, this boss.
Why is that?
Because they said it got hard.
It did get hard. Is that what they're saying? Like it just became hard out of nowhere?
Yeah. Someone's also saying the Avenger Sword, equip it on Cecil, forget Ragnarok, Crystal, whatever they call it in the Pixel Remastered. Give Cecil the Avenger if you don't have it. Honestly, you can just let Cecil sit out of the battle. It's fine, doesn't matter. Yes, he's incredibly strong, but no, you don't need him for this.
Why the Avenger?
I'm guessing it has a counterattack. A lot of people are saying throw shit at him too with Edge.
Yeah, that's always been a strategy. But I don't have the spoon. I tried to get the spoon. I couldn't get the spoon.
My spoon is too big.
And the item duplicate was nerfed. Because that's what you would used to do, is you'd used to duplicate the Excalibur and make like a ton of those and just throw it at him because it would do like 10,000 damage. 10,000 minus 1, I'm sorry.
Somebody said in the menu, turn down the battle speed. Yes, this will make ZMS attack less frequently.
I need to check battle speed. I don't think I have it fast.
And keep in mind, this is just random shit I'm reading off Reddit.
Right. Reddit, the source of all intellectual discussion.
Final boss in FF4 is impossible. Yes, I know I'm the 1000th person to say this.
I don't understand. I don't know what it did, but I don't remember having trouble with the final boss when I played.
Well, you said you grinded up to
leveled.
you grinded up to 70, right?
Probably more than 70, like at least level 70.
Yeah.
That's what this guy is literally saying as I'm reading it.
Because I remember the most characters had more than 5,000 HP.
Yeah, I don't have that yet. Looks like you've been playing a ton of games there.
Spider Silk.
Spider Silk. I might have to try that. I mean, why not? Yeah,
I don't know how much
like...
leveling helped in this game.
So, Anthony, you're saying you've played a ton of games recently. That's good to hear. I wish I could have played as many games. I've just been busy. The shitty thing is, like, this is the best place to grind because that stupid face, it doesn't, like, it gives, like, 50,000 HP, which is fine, but it's a pain in the ass to fight. Might as well take the easy battles with half the HP, but I can kill in, like, half the time.
Yeah, the internet seems divided on Ryda because people are saying Bahamut or whatever she can do. I don't remember. I haven't played this game in forever, ever.
Well, like in the original Super Nintendo version, I would cast Meteor on his ass. Because it was a guaranteed 10,000 damage hit. It would take forever for her to do it, but she wouldn't die on 2 big bangs. Even on hard type, when I beat hard type, I fucking did it that way.
A lot of people are saying Berserk too, and time Kane's jumps.
Well, no shit. I mean, you always try to time Kane's jumps.
Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what the internet is saying.
I'm yelling at the internet. I'm not yelling at you.
Well, the internet is yelling back, get good.
Motherfuckers.
That's like every third post is like, this is the easiest fight ever.
It was! It was!
You all suck.
It was at one point. That is absolutely correct. I'm not arguing that. Like, when I beat this game, when did it come out? In 2021 or early 2022? One of the two? Like, yeah, this game was the Pix Remaster was a fucking joke. Apparently, they took that to heart. So, Square, sorry for poking the bear. Assholes. How much gold do I have? A lot of gold. Holy shit, I have like 4 million gold. Wonder if I just exit all the way out and just buy a bunch of elixirs? Not that would help me at this point.
I will say one thing I'm super impressed with me in games now is I do not hoard. I just use.
Yeah, same. Same.
Like, I don't know what happened at some point, but I hit 30 and I was like, fuck it, use the goddamn mega elixir, I don't care.
I think I'm gonna go grind. I'm not getting enough experience points from the dragons. It's boring.
I used to hoard items, but Earthbound sort of taught me to just use stuff.
Yeah, Earthbound don't give a fuck. Earthbound's mean.
Earthbound has a clever way of placing items exactly when you need them.
Yeah.
So that you can, like, I know a lot of people call the game grindy, but I feel like, at least for the first half, you get a lot of stuff that's convenient there to help with the next coming battles. So you don't have to grind.
The game is definitely on my list of shit to do.
You've never played Earthbound?
No, actually I haven't.
Yeah, it's worth playing. I'm not gonna say it's like as good as everyone on the internet says it is, because people are like, oh, it's a top 10 Super Nintendo game. No. I mean, it's a good game. And I recommend everyone play it. It's not a top 10 Super Nintendo game, though.
I think I like it. I really like it, but it's my least favorite of the three modern games. I prefer the NES game more, and definitely prefer Mario 3 more.
Is it okay if you could... Anthony asks, is it okay if you could name your top 10 favorite 90s and 80s arcade games? I mean, I really have to sit down and think about it. I mean, Galaga for me is number one. So I'll tell you right now, Galaga's number one. But with the rest of them, I'm not so sure. But Galaga, yeah.
Definitely Space Invaders.
Space Invaders is like that nice little time waster. I don't know if I'd put it in my top 10. Is it as good as Donkey Kong?
So,
I like Space Invaders more than Donkey Kong.
Oh, fair.
I guess I'm a weirdo. Everyone hates Atari games. It seems everyone thinks they age like shit. I love Atari games, but I don't care for older like arcade games. I can't get into them. The early 80s arcade style games.
Yeah. Well, pretty much if it's not Namco, I don't give a shit. Or Sega. Sega has some good ones too, like Space Harrier, Outrun.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of...
Hang
I'm
On.
thinking more really old.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's 80s. The super scaler and stuff.
Yeah, they're in the late 80s, mid 80s.
Mid 80s. Mid 80s, because you have to think that Space Harrier came out for the Master System, and that was 87. And that was an established arcade hit at that time.
Yeah, if I was naming my top 10, I wouldn't be able to rank it right now. They would probably all be Sega.
Yeah, Sega and Namco. I mean, it's kind of understandable why they're rivals.
Miss Pac-Man is also really good.
Miss Pac-Man. I didn't know there was like ever really a difference until later. I guess like the Sega Genesis version has like an alternate mode that's supposed to be like good. Like really good.
I always wanted to play Super Pac-Man, but the actual cabinet. But I lost my only chance 2 years ago.
All right, I'm just gonna throw this out there because it's late '90s, but House of the Dead and House of the Dead 2.
Oh, House of the yeah,
Oh,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
I wasted so much money. I could have been like third-time college graduate if I would have fucking saved those quarters.
They're amazing. Oh, look, Soha stopped by. Oh, so we're talking about the sexiest game characters, huh? Big fan of Ms. Pac-Man. I'm sure you are.
She
has a big
she's
mouth.
not Miss Pac-Man anymore. She's I think she's back. What's the name? Back Lady? I know they changed it.
They did?
Uh-huh.
Why?
I think there's a legal reason why they had to change the name.
Oh, yeah. Because the rights dispute. Like, Namco doesn't really own it, but they do. It's weird.
I'm currently fighting with Microsoft to redeem a freaking reward for like 40 reais that I can use, but it's so complicated. This is one of the reasons I'm getting a little upset with Xbox.
I'm very, yeah. I think they kind of deserve all the hate they get. What that mouth do? You're absolutely right, Tony. Why are you talking there? You can just say it.
Because you were talking, I don't want to interrupt.
Good point. I do that sometimes when Shane goes off and just starts talking and talking. I'm like,
Well,
He's
Shane
usually
likes
saying
his
something
beaver
important.
capitalism.
He's like his beaver capitalism. I like beaver capitalism. Shut up. I've never been to beaver capitalism, but it sounds fantastic.
Fucking Bucky Simps.
I've never been to Bucky's. I love my Wawa though. And it sounds like it's a super Wawa, so.
It really is.
Even though I stopped going to Wawa when they stopped giving out free drinks to people in uniform. Because used to get a free soda, so I go and get my sandwich. And get my free Fountain soda. And then, like, they stopped doing that, so I was like, fuck you, I'm not coming back anymore.
What's funny is Molitori told me that story about you. He used to say it every time I used to bring up your name. He's like, oh yeah, that's that Wawa guy.
Yeah!
Fucking love that shit.
Fucking love Wawa, man.
That's funny as fuck. He literally used to tell me, he's like, yeah, I used to go to Wawa every day.
Nothing wrong with that, they had good food.
I mean, I don't know. I grew up in the Northeast to a point, so I should know more about Wawa, but I don't.
Yeah, that's weird that you don't. Maybe it didn't make it to New York, because it's more like a Pittsburgh thing.
I thought it was a Jersey thing.
It's that too,
It's a
yeah.
Jersey thing.
It's a Jersey thing.
You fucking muff cabbage.
Muff cabbage.
You got cabbage in your muff. You don't remember that South Park episode?
Oh, yeah. Snooky goes snoof. Was it snoof snoof?
Yeah.
Stew
Smush,
stew.
smush. It's not fast food talk. It's anti-capitalism beaver talk.
What? What? No, we are not talking anti-capitalism beaver. We're talking pro-capitalism beaver.
I'm on the anti-capitalism beaver side.
Why? It makes people
Because
happy.
his dams lead to damnation of this nation. Disco Elysium was right all along, man.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. It was.
So Microsoft wants me to have 2 phone numbers associated in my account for some reason because they don't accept my current phone number for the rewards. I don't know any other company that does this.
It wants you to have
Sorry, I
two
can't
phone.
redeem
What?
anything. I have a phone, right, associated because they ask for phone numbers so they can send you codes and shit.
Yeah.
But when it's time to redeem a reward, like the gift cards, which require you to have a phone number as well, they ask for me to add one, which I already do, but they say I don't. So I have to add a second number, which I don't have, which means I can't redeem anything.
That's ridiculous. Fuck that, man. Stupid mess, Microsoft.
I kept accumulating points and I can't do anything with them.
I mean, you could just use one of our numbers. We'll just text it to you.
What deserved a higher score in the review crew? What are you talking about? We're going back to Evermore.
Oh, no,
Secret of Evermore deserved a 9, at least.
or are we on Disco Elysium? Because that game also was very divisive.
You know what? I would have stuck with the number that I gave it, which I think initially was a 5, because that's why I just give novels. I'll give books a 5, because it's a book. Like I gave, my GameFAQs review of Dear Esther is a 5, because it's not a it's a book. It's a walking book. That's all it is. Like there's no real gameplay, and there's some gameplay for Disco Elysium, but it's kind of bullshit. But it has great writing.
Oh.
I think the gameplay kind of sucked. I love the writing. I know you don't. And I get your point. Like at some point, I kind of started feeling the same way. It's like, what'd you say? It's like when you go into a coffee shop in Portland and listen to people talk about politics, you get Disco Elysium.
Yes. Yes, that is exactly how I think about that game. It is coffee talk politics.
Yes. I still thought the writing, like whatever you think about like the messaging is trying to give, it was very well crafted. I'll give it to that all day.
Clever things that they did, like with the wife. I liked some of the elements of the game. I hated the gameplay. Like it was so convoluted about what shit did.
It was absolutely was. But like,
So it
go ahead.
sounds like a text adventure.
It is a text adventure.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's like a D&D text adventure. It's supposed to be like you roll, quote unquote, roll for like, okay, you gotta meet this score to do this or whatever based on your skills. I really like the concept of it, but the execution is so convoluted about everything.
Yeah. And what got me the most is, what is it? Myself, you, and Alt would all be like, hey, this is a criticism we have of this game. Like, it's asking us to do this, and then we can't do it, and it says, come back when you, like, get a level up. And we were like, this is dumb. And then people in the chat would be like, actually, no, you're playing it wrong. And we're like, hold up! What? What do you mean we're playing it wrong? Yeah, like, that's supposed to happen. You're supposed to fail. That's not a bug, that's a feature. And okay. Okay. No, I'm done. No. One of it was like that chair that could kill you and get you a game over, depending on how you answered. And people were like, yeah, that's fucking hilarious. I'm like, I didn't fucking think so. I did not find that funny. I thought it was kind of bullshit. And so I was like, okay, I'm done with this. Like, I am not enjoying myself. I am not having a good time. And so part of the reason was just like, there were people, and these people I like, by the way. I'm not trying to say like anything negative against them. That's why I'm not calling names. And that they are friends of the show, and I do like them a lot. But it was kind of like, hey, I don't like this. And they're like, well, you're wrong. I'm like, okay, I'm done with this.
It's a very it's like Evermore. I mean, I think the same people that like Disco Elysium also kind of like Evermore, if I remember right.
Like Disco Elysium, right from the start, like when it came out, it had its like share, like a big share of fans, like people who really, really liked it. Evermore was shit when it came out, and only years later that people started Majora's masking it. Like giving the treatment where it's now an underrated gem.
I hate Majora's Mask. I cannot.
I love it.
Fucking stand that game.
I think it's really good. By the way, Soha says that Secret Evermore deserves to burn in hell.
Yeah, I wasn't serious about the 9, but yeah. I skipped Disco Elysium. I don't remember why. I guess I wasn't. Because that was before I started making video reviews, which motivated me more to participate.
But I think I was watching your playthrough, Tony, at the very end when it gets to his wife.
Yep.
And it just started spilling out all this information. And I was like, they ruined it. Like, for me, they ruined it. Because I like having a little bit to the imagination. I'm like, this is not something I enjoy. Like, I don't like this plot reveal. And then someone told me that it was my fault. for not liking it because you did more than I did. So it was my fault for not liking it. I was like, are you what? No. Like sometimes you have to criticize things in the way that you criticize it. And I'm comparing it. I like the one I got like a hell of a lot more, and this ruins it for me. Well, that's a choice that he made. That you can do whatever you want. You can find out more information. It's like, that's the problem!
To be fair, Chris.
What?
You're the common denominator in all your bad opinions.
That's true. That is true. It is a me thing. It's all me.
One of the things that really pissed me off in that game is that the cryptid wasn't like... It starts out as like a dumb side quest that you're like, it's so innocuous and like, oh yeah, there's a cryptid. Like, it'd be cool if it was real. I guess it's not. And then it's like literally at the fucking
I like
endgame.
I kind of liked
like,
I kind of liked it.
Fuck?
I kind of liked that. I kind of liked how fucking silly and stupid that was. I liked that, man. I did like that aspect. I thought like me and you were laughing our asses off.
Well, I thought it was ridiculous, but also it just reminded me of like that South Park episode where it's like the giant space spider. Like, what? Yes, the Pope is a giant space spider. Like, what the fuck is going on?
So, still talking shit about Evermore.
Yeah, he did not like that game. I don't blame him.
So here's the thing. Was it Keaton last night, or was it was it you Discamera, or was it Soha? Someone said I need to get on it and join you so we can discuss.
Oh, it was me. It would be just an excuse to have an episode. That's pretty much it.
I would love to. I just don't have the fucking time. Like I want to get this done. Obviously, that's why I'm doing this now.
Quick.
No, it's not a fast game. And I've seen nothing but everyone bitch about this game for the past 20 days. And I'm like, why?
I don't know how long it would last in that game, to be fair. Because I do predict you dropping it at some point.
I mean, I'm not one of the drop games unless I really have other things to do. Like, if I'm going to provide a review for it, I want to beat it.
Well, I mean, more in the sense that you would be looking up guides.
Oh, I'm already know I'm going to go into the game with a guide.
Okay, the game is a lot less complicated to go through with a guide, because most of the problems are just poorly explained mechanics and bad maps.
Okay.
The game itself is not supposed to be long. It's 20 hours or less. I did finish it pretty quickly, but it was my second time. A lot of the stuff I already knew, even without guides, because I played a lot with my brother when we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
But for first time, it takes a while.
It would be a funny episode, though. I don't know where I'd fit in the episode. We're already like scheduled out for through the end of this year and a couple into next year. It would have to be like a guide.
I said that, but I figured you would probably not have any time for it.
Yeah, I would not be able to do an episode. It would have to be a Gaiden. I've done a Gaiden before with like Tony and stuff, so I wouldn't be adverse to doing that. But still, like, to get like with our rotation for our Patreon content, like even the stuff that's coming out now, like the RH turbos and stuff like that, I recorded those over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when people.
I also think. Oh, sorry.
Well, that's like when people are like, "Hey, I thought it was funny something that Chris said." And I'm like, "What did I say?" Because usually it's like a year plus that I recorded it. So I'm like, oh no.
It's a lot of that between of games as well. Like people who participated and they didn't remember what they were talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think the other thing is that Shane would. I know for sure Shane would hate the game anyway. I think he would be a lot less patient about it.
I think he would be too.
I mean, there is a way for you to find time to play it, is if a patron nominates it.
That is true. Can we not do that?
And I get soda.
Unfortunately, I'm not in a high enough tier to do that.
Well, it's either we do that, Chris, or we just have to nominate and finally vote for Persona 4 Golden. that's been on there for the past like 6 months.
So here's the thing. I've played Persona 4. I'm not the one who's fearing it the most.
Yeah.
I would just go off memory and you would have a bad episode. Someone hasn't played it at all. They would have to play it.
Yeah, that's a long commitment. That game. Well, any of the Personas, really.
I'd happily play it too. I like if we got Persona 4, I'd probably have to take the entire schedule for a part of the year and make them like arcade games. Can we not do that? I'm sure Shane has time to sink 100+ hour RHP. We should push it. Yeah, I'm sure he'd love that. He'd love that.
Someone is pushing it. I don't know who keeps nominating it, but it's out there.
It is. It's gonna keep on being on lists until it's voted for.
It almost wins every time too.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm happy for Mega Man Legends myself. I love the game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to talking about it. It looks way like I just loaded up on my PS3 yesterday. I started playing it, a little bit of it, and it looks way better than most PlayStation 3 games do through the PlayStation 3 on an HD TV. So
I didn't see how it runs in like through the PS3, but on PlayStation 1 I thought it would look worse than I thought it would look, because like it's not even just the difference between like you can't see Spark gets out of flack because of the blurry textures and fog, but on PlayStation 1, like Imagine has all these, like you can see the sheens of the floor and walls sometimes, like it wasn't put together properly. That really bothered me. I don't really care too much for how bad PS1 graphics look, but that's a little too much for me. So I keep championing the Nintendo 64 version because of that. My only regret with Evermore winning is that I don't think I will be able to nominate Dragon Guard anytime soon, because no one's gonna fall for that.
I mean,
Vote for that every time. I actually like that game.
I think people would vote for it just to punish us.
Not in the gameplay perspective, but everything else.
See, I don't mind the gameplay perspective because I kind of grew up on the Dynasty Warrior formula.
It's I really dropped it. Like I watched the rest of the story at some point. There's so many things that bother me about the battle mechanics.
I don't really think it's that much different than Evermore. Get new weapon, grind it, repeat.
But it's the grind is way faster than Evermore by comparison.
Danganronpa 2?
All the endings.
Why would we skip the first one?
Oh, I'm gonna have to head out because I forgot I'm supposed to meet someone in 5 minutes.
All right, man.
All right, later, man.
Later. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, no problem, and good luck finishing.
I'll do what I can. It's looking like this is going to take longer than I want to.
That's what his wife tells him.
What's that?
Good luck finishing.
You see, Chris. I see what? What am I seeing? What are we doing? 2 sucked, though. Uh-huh. Why do you want us to play... Look. If it's RHIC and it's a bad game, and I don't have time to play games, I'm not going to play it. And if you're going to give us a bad game, it's probably going to be a bad episode. It's up to you. Like, a lot of people don't like our bad games episode. They like games that are, like, just good enough. I'm just saying. People can nominate whatever. I'm just going to say, think about the episodes that you like. And hope that those type of games win. If you like us reviewing bad games, I can nominate nothing. I understand you can nominate, but you can still vote.
Superman 64.
We already did it.
Superman 64 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Doesn't exist. There are plenty of bad games out there. Don't get me wrong. I've learned my lesson. I'm no longer advocating for the bad games. After nominating Bubsy, Superman 64, pushing.
I feel like some of those are just rite of passage for video game podcasts, though.
You got to get through them. I know that like Secret Levels was trying super hard to avoid it forever. They finally got to it. Good for them.
Bubsy, 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 Bubsy.
Hey man, they got to complete the entire series. They got to do the Jaguar version. I have not campaigned for that. I haven't really been active in their server for a long time though. I still love them, but I haven't really been active in a lot of servers. Barely active in my server.
Bubsy, 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 Bubsy.
Yo, that's what we got to do. We still got to start campaigning to get secret levels to do Jaguar Bubsy.
I'm sure fucking Goobs will love you for that.
I'm sure he would. Or we can have him do like a terrible PlayStation game. I can find them. They exist. Push for Criticom. They like fighting games. I'll give them a fighting game.
Oh, what's that game that I tried to get nominated that nobody was on board with? It's like the really, really square block tanks. Let me see if I can find it. I think they would hate that game. They're fun to have bad games though.
Yeah, they are a podcast where the worse the game is, the better the episode. They're like Angry Video Game Nerd. Like when a game isn't that bad. I mean, I understand Angry Video Game Nerd isn't as... What a shitload of fuck! Like, he's not as good as he used to be. I completely understand that. However, if a game is really bad, like the episode is better. If he's just pretending a game is bad, the episode is not as good.
Assault Rigs is the game I was talking.
I don't think it's that bad though.
I remember playing it as a kid. I don't know if I'd recommend it to anybody.
Well, yeah, I think it's just because it's old.
It is aged.
Aged?
Yeah.
I think Genji gloves are better than diamond armlets. Why does Runa armlet look so much better? I think the Genji gloves are better. Because it has more magic resistance. Few more levels. Yeah, back attack means I run. What?
Or Crazy Ivan. Crazy Ivan would probably be a fun game to review.
I think it'd be a fun
like
game.
Comically bad.
Ace Combat. Ooh, I'd love to do Ace Combat Zero. That's a good pick.
You guys haven't even done any in that Chenier either.
We haven't done what?
You guys haven't done like a flight simulator either.
No, we haven't. No, we haven't. Ace Combat Zero would be great. Or Ace Combat 6 for the 360. That'd be a good one. Because it's also short.
Or we could look up the first flight simulator and have you guys play it.
No.
First flight simulator.
That's Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's probably not the first one. It's the first good one.
I mean, there's the FS1 flight simulator for the Apple II.
Gross.
God,
We wouldn't be able to play it.
I'm sure you can emulate it.
No, it's not. Like, old PC games are stupid. When it comes to emulating, they're just bad.
They are hard. They are hard.
Just get an Apple II, silly. Yeah, stupid me. Just get an Apple II.
I mean, he has a point.
Yeah, I know, right?
Probably like $10.
Good lord.
Uh,
No, they're probably not $10. They're probably like $200 because some jackass
go
like
either way.
this is a collectible. Then you got to find a
either gonna be-
floppy.
$10 at a flea market, or it's gonna be like $600.
Yeah, exactly. And then yeah, good luck finding the software. I like tried emulating a PC-98 not too long ago. It's not easy. It's not fucking easy.
I mean, pre-XP games are hard to emulate or even play.
What games?
Honestly, Windows XP.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
That's a fucking hell in a handbasket to try to get functioning on your computer, no matter what you do.
Yeah. Because even with GOG,
Oh.
like I've gotten GOG games that Tomb Raider comes to mind, where it did not fucking work.
Or something's off on it that makes it like hard to play,
Yeah.
or certain areas hard. I read into that.
The first time I ever experienced that was Might and Magic 6. I got the no, hold on. I got the anniversary edition. This is way back in the day, man. And it came with Might and Magic 1 through 5 on it.
This is right when XP came out, isn't it? I think
Yeah.
I had the same issue.
Yeah.
I think I had the same issue.
Oh, so you know
that
what
you're
I'm talking about. So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
let me go back and play some Heroes of Might and Magic. Like, no, not Heroes of Might and Magic. Might and Magic 1. I'm gonna play Might and Magic 1. I booted up, and that thing would that went like 50 times speed. I'm like, what the fuck? I couldn't boot it up or
Or-
nothing. It was disaster. It was horrible.
Or it just makes your computer have a bukkake in it.
Pretty much.
Shuts down. Yeah, a lot. Like when the switch to XP happened, a lot of the older computer games did not work at all.
No.
Which is sad because one of my favorite games is Neverwinter Nights 2, and it's on GOG. I haven't tried it just because I'm scared, but I really love that game. I think that's until Baldur's Gate 3, it's one of the best CRPGs ever made.
I liked Neverwinter Nights. I didn't play 2, but I remember playing the first one. I really liked that one.
2 was more like Baldur's Gate,
Yeah.
which I really liked because it was like the better version of Baldur's Gate with the 3.5 rules. It was just really good. I really love that game. I wish they would re-release it.
I'm sure it's out there. It's not on GOG.
It is on GOG. It's just I get weird about buying games like that.
Okay. How far am I from level 70? Too far. I don't know how many levels I've even gained since I got my ass kicked. I'm almost paranoid now. I don't want to fucking deal with it.
Yeah, that's a lot of what I used to do at this when I was younger with these games. Like, oh fuck, that was hard. Well, let me put this down and never touch it again.
Yeah. Holy shit. Oh yeah, fuck me. Ooh.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, poor Rida.
What is Rydia?
Rydia, whatever, Rida. You're in your ass kicked. Uh-oh, you better fucking buckle up or kill that.
Yeah, I'm not doing too well.
Use all your progress.
I'm not doing too well. By the way, I can't wait for the episode on Shadow of the Colossus when it makes its 20th Birthday in 2026. I had a vision. It'll certainly happen. It better happen. Just hope I find a job, I'm well employed, and it's not too demanding. There you go. If that happens, then I can do whatever shows I want to. But big changes are happening in my life, so...
It's the hepatitis.
It is the hepatitis.
It's actually hippotitis.
You'll offer good energy. I mean, this is why I really want to find a good job, y'all. Like, I want to find a good job. I want to find the right job. And I want to find something that, you know, will make things good on my end. It's because, like, if I can't, then I'm kind of fucked to do anything but, like, suck at life. And if I suck at life, it's not going to be, like, great for podcasting, because that will be, like, the least of my concerns. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Soha. Rose again, another level.
I'm about to get my second Dead God trophy in Binding of Isaac. That's ridiculous.
Your second what trophy?
Dead God.
What's that?
Basically means I did. It's the platinum for Isaac. It's what they call like the ultimate trophy in it. But Isaac has like almost 700 trophies.
Is that Rebirth?
So yeah. It's probably one of my favorite games.
I
Not
would
gonna
never
lie.
have guessed.
I really like it. It's probably the most perfect roguelike.
We should make that the RHRC and then just shit on it all month, like we did.
I
Disco.
don't think people would like it. Well, I know a few people don't like roguelikes that much, but I really enjoy them.
I just wish I didn't have to use Joy to Key for the first one. It really kept me from getting into it.
Joy to Key?
Yeah, because it wouldn't use a controller.
Oh, yeah, they hella fixed that.
Yeah, I know they did. I have Rebirth on, I think, both Steam and my PS4. I made sure to get the physical copy of it, because I did like it. It's just playing it with a keyboard kind of fucking sucked.
I tried that once because I forgot my controller on one of my TDYs.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to adjust.
Yeah. It's not fun.
I can only imagine, especially if you're still trying to learn the game too.
Yeah. It was a Flash game. It's like, this is fucking weird, man. God bless you.
It was a hiccup.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Same
Okay.
hole.
Yeah. Is it? I think I should go and try to challenge him again.
I support that.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Just throw shit at him. You're at the end of the game. It's not like you need to keep anything.
I'm not trying to keep anything. I'm trying not to die in the first 2 turns. That would be super useful. Not to mention not being able to break things is hard. What? Oh, it's more Isaac talk. Blah.
Yeah, I only played like the ultimate version, so I don't know what the earlier versions are like. Because I found it way later. And even now, it's had a lot of adjustments and balance changes that I think are for the better.
Let me see my configuration. How fast is the battle speed? Battle speed's normal. Fast, normal. Let's go slow. Fast. Okay. Where's the spider silk? Do I have spider silk? I do. I have
I
7 of
didn't-
them.
I was gonna say you have to have a few of them, especially if you've never used them.
Yeah. I'm not probably gonna have to use the mallet, so that can go up there. Probably gonna have to not have to use the gold needle. That can go up there. Okay.
On Reddit, people were talking about Spider Silk left and right. They said that it's like the hidden secret of the game or something like that.
Yeah, it's just the one thing. It's just weird that they increase the difficulty like that. And by the way, I get it. I totally get it, dude, because it was, as I've said, like ad nauseum, it was stupid easy when this first came out. Like I was damn near insulted.
I mean, was 3 received as a critically hard game?
3 or 4?
I know 3.
Yes.
That's probably why they turned down the difficulty so much.
3 was, I mean, 1 is, unless they changed it for 1, 1 was amazingly easy because you can buy ethers, which replenish I think a charge in every single one of your levels for 100 gil a piece in Final Fantasy 1, which is like insane. That's like, what do you broke the game by doing that.
That was when they were still trying to figure out how to do a non-D&D fucking spell system.
Yeah. Fatal Frame 1 hard, Fatal Frame 2 easy. It's easy? I'll play some Fatal Frame 2. I want an easy game. Hell yeah, give me that. Fatal Frame 3 hard. Dude, I want Fatal Frame. How's Maiden of Blackwater? Because I got that on my Wii U.
I think that had really mixed reviews.
It had horrible reviews, actually. Like, bad reviews. Not just mixed. Haven't played that one yet. Or Fatal Frame 0, I should say.
Yeah, how dare you?
I know, right? I don't like fighting these dudes. Fuck you, bye. I like fighting these guys. They're easy. I guess. I mean, technically, yeah. I didn't think one was all that hard. I just thought it was kind of, there were moments of bullshit. Like there's a difference between being hard and being bullshit. I thought one has just more bullshit than hard. If that makes sense. One was hard because of the lack of items and wandering monks in the latter half. I got away from the wandering monks because I knew they were there, because, you know, playing with a guide. So when I had the feeling that they were around, it just GTFO. Never really had to deal with them.
I find guides make a lot of the older games a lot more tolerable.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't recommend playing a lot of older games without a guide. Just because, I mean, the thing was, you played a game back then, if you played it with a guide. I mean, you didn't really have guides, but, like, the point was, like, that was the game that you were supposed to figure out, in and out, because people only got, like, 2 or 3 games a year. It wasn't
Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
So they had to make it last, so things had to be cryptic and obscure, and you had to go talk to your friends about, oh, what do I do? It's because one's camera's mechanics aren't as refined. Yes, that was also a big problem. Like, I'd look at them and the my eyes woman, fuck her. Eyes. Like, you're not difficult, you just suck. It's kind of a
And
crap
that is Secret of Evermore in a nutshell.
Yeah, and this is like, why didn't you play the game? Gee, I wonder why. You're not. I'm not exactly getting a ringing endorsement.
I mean, I don't think I like a lot of the games in the review queue. I want to like a lot of them. I'm just.
We have trolls. We have trolls. Friend of the show, Adam from The Good, the Bad, and the Backlog. He likes to vote for the worst game possible, and then he doesn't review anything. So he just kind of sits there and laughs. Go listen to The Good, the Bad, and the Backlog. Yeah, he's entirely sinister. Get to the game with like 40 herbal medicines or so. That sounds like the game for me.
I think you need a nice Ace Attorney.
I like Ace Attorney.
Really,
I only played
calms you
one. I
down.
liked it.
No, I don't mind it.
Yeah. I don't recommend you play that game with a guide though, because then it becomes pointless.
I don't know. I got hyper fixated on my decisions sometimes. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do the wrong thing. What happens?
Meanwhile, Fatal Frame 3 has their inventory split between 3 characters. Blech.
I could go good or bad. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Game and Brews Galuf Party. What's that? And welcome to the chat, Mr. Game and Brews. Long time no see. How are you doing? Good to see you. I'll later get to the final boss in the game. Gives me 2 Sacred Waters. The second weakest film type. Final boss kills you in 1 hit. Well, at least you got it. Sacred Waters are worthless. Yeah. It's trolling you. Listen to the top 5 sidekicks that deserve their own games episode. Not sure of the spelling of your FF character pick. Pronunciation? Where did I spell it? We're talking about Galuf? Galoof? It's either Galoof or Galuf. Galuf?
Titus.
Titus. Pronunciation. Is it Galuf? Or are you saying Galuf? Titties. I'll say titties every single time I see it. Quick save. All right. Pronunciate like attempt number 2. Oh man, we have to go through all this shit again. Whale, I am your daddy. Final Fantasy X. Yes. Oh my God, Gopaz. He is like an evil whale.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what sin is, Tony? It's
Sin is Jet.
No.
Jet is Sin.
Sin is your friend from Illusion of Gaia.
Yeah, I could see that.
They're all connected.
I think Illusion of Gaia was more of a biblical reference, but I get it.
I mean, Final Fantasy X isn't.
I love 10. Like 10 is my favorite.
I love
will
10 too.
simp for 10.
I don't love 10 too, but I love 10 as well.
10-2 was fun for me, but also being gay, I think I'm more partial to a girl's adventure.
I think I would happen to agree, actually.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, we're doing Crossroads, but Final Fantasy?
That does sound like your kind of thing.
I will say it also has one of the best battle systems of the series.
Yeah.
I really wish they would incorporate that into something else.
Well, they did. It was called Final Fantasy 13, except they just really diluted it.
It's not the same. You can't even control the characters.
It's just a very simplified version of it.
Ugh.
Yeah,
13 is the worst.
I know you hate to hear that, but it is the evolution of the 10-2 battle system.
I don't see that because I can only see like the lack of me controlling anything.
It's automated. It's automated 10-2.
I could, you know, I don't think you're particularly wrong on that, but well, I haven't played 10, 13 and forever ever.
Okay, let's see how disastrous this is going to be. Oh God, they cranked up the so, Mr. Game and Bruce, since you're coming here, I have been bitching about how they cranked up the difficulty for Zemus since the last time I played this.
By complaining, he means grinding.
Yeah, been doing a lot
Chris
of
is
grinding
a real,
for like the past hour.
Chris is a real grinder, let me tell you.
I remember, like, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. A real grinder. Metal Gear.
You got get gooded.
Yeah, I did.
What's Genesis tier?
What's that?
Ozzy said, because I posted that Assault Rigs game in the Discord, he's like, man, you were on a real Genesis tier with this and Crazy Ivan.
I would need to look at what he said.
I gotta look up what Genesis tier is. Maybe it's a company?
Is it Psygnosis?
Maybe. I can't pronounce shit.
Psygnosis.
Yeah, it was a video game developer, so yes.
Yes. They're the people who made Wipeout. And Lemmings.
Apparently they made Assault Rigs and Crazy Ivan, which are games I always talk about.
Oh, dude, like, Ozzy would totally support those games. He is a Psygnosis apologist. Prayers are your strength. Awesome drop frames this go. Oh, boo.
Power of friendship.
Akira Mendayo. What?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. Akira Mendayo. It means don't give up. I don't know that. No, I do. Time distortion. All magic has been nullified. See, he keeps on doing that shit, too. Alright, give him the crystal.
Oh. Oh no. Whew. There you go. He also said try to hold on to Rose's turn until the move that fucks you up is used.
That's not cool.
Mr. Game and Brew said they should make an FF game where all the Sids from every game find each other, and then they have to save the universe. So like Dissidia. Oh, Dissidia!
Let's see what this recommendation of not using my stuff. Not using Rydia. See, that didn't help! That didn't fucking help! What the fuck happened? What happened to the balance?
Can you use Shell?
No, because he keeps nullifying magic.
Soha, are you on the Final Fantasy, what the fuck is it?
Oh my god.
Dark Souls
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. He absorbs holy.
Well...
He absorbs fucking holy.
Oh. Soha, do you like Strangers in Paradise?
Oh my fucking god.
I played it, I didn't care for it. I was just wondering what you thought. Well, Chris has his midlife crisis.
I don't know what they did to him. I do have no idea what they did to him. No fucking idea. All he does is cast Big Bang. That's all he fucking does. And it does like 2,000 damage. What the fuck am I supposed to do? He never used to do that shit. This is fucking ridiculous. God damn it. Hurry up. I don't want to see this shit again.
That's the worst part of dying in games like this.
Yeah.
It's like, I hope you like salt in your wound.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not only were you not good enough, now I'm gonna waste your time.
Yep. I thought this was gonna be quick today, man. I thought this was gonna be quick, and now I'm almost 3 hours in. I've never had problems with Zemus before. Never. Not once. But today all of a sudden we want to do some bullshit. Today we're choosing violence. Great. I wanted to watch the Canucks and fucking Edmonton Oilers play, but apparently I'm going to be trying to beat Final Fantasy fucking 4! Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles X was the final boss. And then it's like, I hope you know this mechanic we never told you about. Because if you don't, you're never going to win. It's like, fuck you.
I never got to the final boss on that one.
Yeah, it's the final boss.
It's a final boss. That sounded like so full of hope.
Didn't it? You died, you fucking chud. You fucking suck. I fucking hate you. Fuck!
Have you tried the power of friendship, Chris?
Go fuck yourself. How? 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 How is he moving so fast? Wait, how do you just get health back? How the fuck did he just get health back? What the fuck just happened?
Seems they really buffed this dude.
All of a sudden I just thought he got 10,000 health back. What, for what fucking reason?
Have you thought of because fuck you? That's why.
I don't even know what the fuck's going on anymore. Like, it doesn't seem like... He has never been this hard. Are you just supposed to grind endlessly? Like, what the fuck? No, there's no way to full revive your whole party. Like, you're kind of fucked.
Yay, difficulty spikes.
Yeah, it's fucking... This... I've never had this problem. Oh my god. How?! Where are the Hermes sandals? I wish I knew where they were in my inventory. Is this still going to be me? Just Cecil and Rosie here with everyone else just kind of like, yeah, we're dead. Fucking. Oh my fucking god. Really? Fucking really? Really? You must be getting somewhat low on HP here.
Well, that's what you hope, at least.
Got to hope, right?
Hold on for one more day.
Oh my god! Oh, I just realized my mouse cursor got down. Yeah, it was all Cecil and Rosa. Good lord. Oh.
Well, you did it.
I did it. I did it. That's the important part. Now we can watch the ending. Everyone relax.
No spoiler alert. You're a fucking dick.
I think if you're made it this far, I think that can be assumed.
You know what they say, Chris? You assume.
It makes an ass out of you and me. And if you came here watching this video, not thinking you're going to see the ending, then yes, it does make an ass out of you, but not me.
Really hostile. Wow.
Very hostile. I'm very angry about that boss fight. I'm probably spiking my mic right now because I'm so fucking angry. Our good that destroyed Zeramus's evil. Oh, stop it already. There was nothing to it. What are you talking about? I was surprised Zemus didn't try to control you. Well, you were dead. Both of you. Almost the entire battle. I'm sure you have enough evil.
Good thing it wasn't a necromancer.
Yeah, right? And would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids. I'm sure you have enough evil inside. Nope, my heart is filled with goodness all the way. Yay. Well, it is time I return home. What will the rest of you do now? I think we'll go home too.
Butt stuff. They're definitely going to do butt stuff.
Well, Cecil and Rosa will, for sure. Yes, there are people worried about us. I see. I'm glad you have such wonderful friends. I look forward to the day that we meet again. May I come with you? You wish to join me? Yes. I cannot return home. Not after all I've done. I would very much like to meet my father's people. Ah, yes. Lunarian blood flows in your veins. Very well, come along. But you must be ready for a long, long sleep. Because I'm going to roofie you. I am, thank you. You sounded very worried when you called my name, Cecil. Does that mean you've forgiven me? How foolish of me. Of course not. I have caused too much suffering for that. We are off to spend many years in slumber. We pray that the blue planet will be peaceful forevermore. Come, baby. Yes. Cecil, are you certain you want to part this way? He's your brother. That doesn't really mean a lot. Goodbye, everyone. Cecil? Goodbye! Goodbye, my brother! Cecil. Thank you. I'm gonna come. One born of a dragon, bearing darkness and light, will rise to the heavens over the still land. The moon's light eternal brings a promise to earth with bounty and grace. Before long, the moon would set forth on a voyage once more, seeking out its light. Though of shared blood, time's march keeps the two separated, one on Earth, one on the moon. There goes the lunar whale. There goes Sin. That's Sin. That's Sin. That's where he came from.
It's a Sin or Jet. Make up your mind, Chris.
Yes. We shall begin today's training. Yes, sir. Where's Pelham? Oh, no, not again.
Not again.
And then, I cast Blizzard on the creatures that we encountered in Mad Ordeals. Hitting on his side chick. Cast what? Whack!
I cast a magic missile on the darkness.
Ooh. Ow! How many times are you going to be late to training? The Elder's really angry. How many times do I have to scold you before you learn? It will be years before you are even half the sage Tella was. As punishment, you must train twice as hard as your sister today. That's not fair. I think it's very fair. Of course you do. Gramps. Oh, that's his name. When will you come to realize you have responsibilities? You're heir to the throne. I know, jeez. Your mouth says you know, but your actions say otherwise. Yeah. The correct words here would be, yes, sir. All right, I'll shape up. I can't help but think about Rydia, though. Boom, 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 boom. He's getting a little boner. Your Highness, have you been listening to anything I've said? No, he hasn't.
At all.
Nope. What a courageous young lady. Yes, I never thought she would come back. Rydia! Rydia, why do I have fangs and you don't? I wish I didn't have fangs so I could be like you. How can I be like you? What are you talking about? It doesn't matter what we look like. With her around, the future looks bright for the land of summons. Indeed. I am sure she will get more beautiful by the day. The important thing is what you like on the inside, not on the outside.
I like it. Pink.
Isn't that right, Cecil? Look at all the dancing. Honey. They had a good plowing. You are queen now. Try calling me my king instead of honey. I know, but I can't stand being so formal. He married a hick. Oh no, it is time for training. Let us begin training. Hi-ya! Honey, a king shouldn't be... Do not say that. I think Yang will create a wonderful kingdom. If only you were worth something. Gilbert. Your Highness. Play the song about the paladin again for us.
I will, but only after I finish my work. You want the castle back the way it was, right?
Yeah, that's a promise, right?
And, I hope you're watching over me. I'm helping the people of Damsian. I'm caring for other people as I care for you, like you said I should. I hope you and Tell are having a fine time together.
Rally ho! South Park. Hell yeah! I did it well enough. We need to repair the castle with great haste. Your Majesty, we don't have enough materials. Take apart the tanks and remove any useful pieces. There's no need to worry about war anymore. Never. Famous last words. Father, I wonder how Cecil and his friends are doing. I almost forgot to tell you. It seems Sir Cecil and Lady Rosa are about to become the new King and Queen of Baron. Oh my! And we have been invited to the coronation ceremony. How lovely. Your Majesty, you're not helping to fix the castle at all. Because he's the king, you dolt. I am king. I can do whatever I want. Now go take apart some tanks. Rally-o! Cecil. Rosa. I cannot bring myself to face you both. Not yet. I must test myself as you did, Cecil, and mount ordeals. I will train until I have surpassed my father as a dragoon. Only then shall I return to Baron. Oh! I think I can relax now. It's all automated here.
Only say.
What is it? You have to see this. The moon. It's... Ermergerd, the moon.
Oh my god.
Lots of rabbits, indeed. What's wrong, Cecil? I thought I heard my brother's voice. Really? I couldn't tell for sure, but I can't read that fast. Hey, you two, why aren't you getting ready? It's your big day. We must have lost track of time. You two can play smoochy face all you want later. Face? Come on, Rosa. Someone's face is getting smooched. I mean, Your Majesty. Please, just call me Rosa. Well, Rosa, you gotta get dressed. I want to watch you do it, because I'm a pervert. And get some makeup on you. The bride can't have people waiting. Come on, we've got all day. I'll be right there. Makeup on her? She's the fucking queen. She's a battle maiden. Asshole. Yes, I'm ready. Soha, it's the 50s, okay? When America was a better place and, you know, men and women slept in separate beds once they were married.
But they didn't even do that. They just did that for TVD purposes.
Shut up. We all know that happened. It was on TV.
Ugh.
Why would TV lie to you?
Yeah.
Babies were delivered by the stork. They just shot ropes at each other.
And your Uncle Gary just lived with his roommate for 20 years.
Yeah.
Where nothing weird or funny happened.
Dude. Our neighbors across the street. I was talking to my wife. They've been living together for a long time. Two dudes. So I know what's up. Right? I'm assuming what's up, right? I'm like, that's cool. I don't care. But my wife is like, no, they're roommates.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't. Have you ever seen a woman over there? She's like, well, I talked to them, and they just seem like they're really good friends. I'm like, I don't.
It's usually a basis of a good relationship.
Like, I don't. I think they're a couple. I just a hunch. No, you know, I just think they're doing it just to like save money on rent. I'm like, what?
No, they watch Brent.
Yeah.
Simple question, just ask them how many days are in a year. Or how do you measure a year? See what they say,
Uh-huh.
and go from there.
In minutes, huh?
Yeah. And sunsets, and daylight, and cups of coffee.
The fans across the globe, both past and present, and to the crew who brought the originals to life, we offer our profound and heartfelt thanks. Then why didn't you take the developer out of the game, you cunts? You don't give a shit about the original crew. Fuck you. Sorry. Final Fantasy IV, everybody. Hironobu Sakaguchi's name is not even in this fucking game. Well, it might be at the very end. They're like, original crew. Dicks.
That's how they got around it.
Yeah. Yeah, we totally appreciate it, Sakaguchi-san. Now go fuck yourself. Why would you do that?
Because he didn't leave on the best of terms.
I thought you didn't leave on, like, horrible terms, I don't think. Look, they got Uematsu and Amano. Oh my god, Tosei developed this? No. That explains a lot. And how it originally came out, that explains a ton. Bless you. Well, that's Final Fantasy IV, everybody. There's really not much more after these credits are over, so I think I might end the stream here. Thanks for joining me, Tony.
No problem. Anytime.
I hope you're having fun over there at Buc-ee's. Are you going to go to Buc-ee's today?
No, I will avoid that place like the plague.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Game Bruce, for stopping by. It's been a while. Thank you, Soha, for keeping me company. Thanks to everyone who stopped by the stream today. I plugged all of them earlier, so if you want to go check out those shows, please do. All our friends of the show. And I just want to say I hope you are all having a fantastic day today. Whatever day that might be. I was about to say today, but I don't want to date this because it's going to be on our YouTube channel. And if you didn't know, we are primarily a podcast where we talk about old video games and give our top 5 topics based on what our patrons tell us to. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. But you gotta listen to the shows to find out what and who to blame for it, because that's not our fault. But we still love our patrons. If you want to become a patron and suggest a topic for our flight, because that's our most recent episode over there, the top 5 games we played instead of doing schoolwork, all you gotta do is go to linktr.ee/treasurehangover, check out the Patreon link, and you can join for as little as $1 a month, and then go to our Discord channel and suggest topics, and you can also vote. And I'm serious. $1 a month will get you basic benefits. $3 a month gets you a shout out. $5 gets you access to the RFRs, the rapid fire reviews at RHP Turbo, in addition to our newest show, IO Saturnalia. That's not going to be dated horribly well when most people watch this on YouTube, but whatever. But hey, look, you don't have to do any of that. Just listen to the show that's there. We'd appreciate it. Stop by our streams if you don't want to listen to the show. That's a great time. Watch our YouTube, whatever. I just thank you all for just consuming any of the content we're putting out there. I do really appreciate it. And I know, I don't know how to really close it from there. But thank you so much, everybody who stops by and does everything. So awesome. Chris, tell them what they do over on the Twitch. Oh, wait. Yes, I love that. What do we do over on the Twitch streams? I was doing this. I wasn't even doing this on the regular night, which is twitch.tv/retro-hangover on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. But it's not Sunday night. It's not 9 p.m. Just wanted to beat this game. But thank you, Mr. Game Bruce. I do appreciate that. But with all that being said, until next time, fuck making zero miss harder joysticks. Fuck all of that. But have a great night, everybody. Take care. Appreciate it. Good night.